Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode, 200 and something. But yeah, I got some stuff to share with you as usual. And not a whole lot, but some pretty cool stuff. So let's just check it out. Yeah, so not a lot this week, but I do have the our local Diecast meet, which is well, if you're watching this on Saturday, it's today. So I will have a bunch of cool stuff, hopefully for next week. So hopefully I do really well. We'll see what happens. But we're gonna look at some stuff. I have this Majorette 5-pack. We're gonna open this. I got it a while back from John. Lamley John, and I just never opened it, and I figured, you know what, it's time. Let's go ahead and open it. I'm kind of excited about the Lamborghini Uruses in here. There's a G-Wagon in here, and a Land Rover, it looks like, and a Jeep. So we're going to go ahead and open up that. So it's a 4x4 5-pack. All right, got that. Found something in stores. I found this truck in stores. I don't remember if I have it or not, but we're gonna open it. I looked over here and I don't think I have it. I know I found the step side pickup, the one that was in like the retro Target release. I don't think I had found this one yet, so hopefully I haven't, and now I have it, so that's cool. I might have found it a while ago, just don't know, but we're going to open it up, and if I got duplicates, I got duplicates, whatever. Speaking of trucks and Matchbox, I also found the Matchbox Truck Series at Walmart, and this includes a step-side pickup. These three over here are the cool ones, in my opinion, and then these three over here are all right, but we're going to go ahead and open up these 6 cars in the next segment of the video. So found that in store, which is cool. What else did I find? Oh, that was it. I think that's it for store stuff. Just checking these drawers right below me here, just in case I did miss something. And no, I think that was it. And then I made a couple of purchases. One was off of eBay. I had some eBay bucks I had to burn, and went ahead and picked up the last true LE Challenger that I needed. So I am stoked to have this. We will open this up, and I will show you the other ones in the series in the next segment. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at all of the cars. There are a total of 5. Yeah, 5. This is the 5th one. So we'll take a look at that. I'll share that with you in the next segment, so stay tuned, and we'll go over the True LE thing. Some of you may not be familiar with what the heck this is, but it is Auto World. This was basically their first venture into 1/64 scale. So we'll check it out. All right, and then we got, lastly, these weird things. These are Auto World Deluxe castings. I posted this to my Instagram. These are from Ironclad Performance Wear. They're a promo piece. They actually had 4 cars made. So these two, we get the, the Corvette and the El Camino. So those two, and then a GTO and a Dodge Viper. And I think it was spend $25, get free shipping. So I got these 4 and 1 extra one to hit the $25 mark. These aren't that expensive. And just so I could get free shipping. So, score. Interesting. So the Deluxe model Auto World. So that's another, if you're kind of newer to the hobby, you may not be super familiar with the Deluxe castings from Auto World. So we'll talk a little bit about those as well. And maybe I'll grab an example. Yeah, I'll grab an example of these toolings in a regular release just to compare to these, or show you what they look like in a regular livery. If you're not familiar with them, maybe you'll find that helpful. All right, so that's going to be it. So we don't really have a ton. We got some Majorette, we got some Matchbox, and then we have some Auto World that we're going to take a look at. So let's go ahead and flip the camera around, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so let's start by opening up this Majorette 5-pack. As far as U.S. collectors go, Majorette's not exactly an easy brand to really get a hold of. I heard they're popping up at like some TJ Maxx's, Marshalls, whatever, Home Goods, whatever the heck it is, stores. And that may be true. I haven't checked it out at all. But as far as US goes, MJ Toys did import a few of them as well. But other than that, I mean, Majorette they tried. They came to Toys R Us before Toys R Us kicked the bucket here in the US, which is very unfortunate. But they just really didn't take off, and mainly because I think US collectors really don't like the wheels. Now, I know they've made some improvements. Oh, there are some that are showing up at Hobby Lobby. I should say that. That is factual. So you can get some Majorette at Hobby Lobby. And actually, those cool Porsches that they do are the ones that I think are available there. All right, so this one, this is going to be annoying, so I'm going to go ahead and just pause real quick. We're going to go ahead and open up this. We'll take care of that. It's really just rubber bands. It shouldn't take me too long, but we'll go ahead and, just hang on one second. Okay, I'm really glad I stopped the video because that was actually really annoying to open. It didn't take me too long, but they were rubber bands and had to get out the scissors, cut them, and unwrap them from the axles, all that stuff. My least favorite packaging is stuff that is stuck to a base with a rubber band or a twist tie. That just grinds my gears. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this 5-pack real quick here, or sort of quick. We're going to start with this Jeep Wrangler. This is going to be my, I suppose, least favorite of the pack. Just because, I don't know. Not because I'm necessarily not a Jeep guy. This color is just not great. I love the lens detail on the headlights of this, though. That looks absolutely fantastic for a basic model. This one also has suspension. Pretty cool. That looks cool dropped, actually. That'd be a cool little custom. Doesn't really make sense to drop a Jeep, really, maybe, but that looks pretty cool. But overall, not a bad tooling. Pretty darn good. Do they list scale on the bottom of these? I thought they did. And yeah, this says it's in 1/60th scale. I don't know how accurate that is, and it might be. I don't really know. I'm not familiar with exactly how big this should be in 1/64 scale. It'll be interesting once we get to the Lamborghinis, though. I'm going to save those for a second because we're going to compare those to Mini GT, of course, and Hot Wheels. So stay tuned here. The next one, equally or possibly even more ugly livery. Oh, sorry. I got to look at this Jeep again because I'm just checking for an opening part because I know that sometimes these Majorettes have opening parts. This does not. This one, however, I believe has an opening hood, maybe? It looks like it does. And yes, it does. So there you go. You got some detail in there. Again, loved the round headlight detail up front. Back in the day, if you're new to the channel, you wouldn't know this, but I used to customize Hot Wheels and stuff, and I used to put in headlights, like LED headlights. Both of these models, we still got a rubber band around this one. Both of these models would be really cool to do that with, and they could use a repaint as well. The wheels on this one, in my opinion, are pretty hideous. Not a huge fan. This one, it also says, is in 1/60th scale. Both of these models actually have trailer hitches. That's cool, because I know Majorette, I think, does make some trailer stuff. The zebra livery, not a big fan. Looks like they both have the same tooled like plastic spare tire too, which is interesting. So anyway, there's those two. Not bad. I'd pick up more Majorette obviously if they were here in the US and readily available, there would definitely be some models I would pick up. Not necessarily any of these though. Maybe this G-Wagon. It's pretty cool, and it also does have the inserted details for the headlights, so that's really nice. I don't know if it's actually part of the window piece or if it's a separate piece. I'm not really sure. This one also has an opening hood feature, which is only going to open for me that far, so really can't look too much into that, but still kind of cool that it's there. It shuts tight. We get spare tire action back here. We got a little, what is that? Oh, that's a wiper. Nice little detail right there. And then trailer hitch, light bar, Plastic base. Let me guess. This one 160th scale, 161 scale. And again, this one's got suspension, but there's nowhere for the wheels to go because they hit the wheel well or the fender right away. Same thing with this one. This also has suspension, but really nowhere for it to go. This one's got some travel and the best looking wheels, I think. So maybe I'm liking this one more and more. Just the color is the pumpkin-y. All right, and then let's take a look. Oh, I should say also, this is exclusive. This one is exclusive to whatever 5-pack this is. So that's the only way you'll get this variation, apparently. According to the packaging, anyways. I could be wrong. This is the other one that's an exclusive. This one is not. This one, the green Urus, and it's not as cool as the yellow one, but we're going to look at this one first. So this one says it's in 1/64 scale. And I'm glad it says that because I think we're really going to get to do something fun today because I believe that the Mini GT should be 1/64 scale pretty much right on. And it'll be a nice little compare. This one also has a trailer hitch. You know, the trailer hitches look a little weird. And especially on this car, I think on this car it does detract a little bit from the realism of the car, but Majorette does make vehicles a lot for play value, so love the way the headlights look. So they do a great job with that. The wheels are not bad. Of course, we get opening doors with this one, which is a cool feature. So that's pretty neat. When I was a kid, I loved cars with opening doors. I thought that was a really cool thing. They shut really nice. I mean, you get a big gap right here, but as far as opening features on these little cars go, that's pretty good. And then the suspension travel, it's got a decent amount. And again, 1/64 scale. Yellow, which is a very proper color for this car. This is an exclusive to that. Again, headlights look great. It's the same casting, obviously. So all the details are basically there. Trailer hitch again, it's a little ugly. Once you notice it, if you're not paying attention, that can kind of go past you, but once you do notice it, it does stick out like a sore thumb. So trailer hitch delete, I think, would be the best for this casting. And again, it opens up. So really cool. And again, it's supposedly in 1/64 scale. Let's first, before we get into the Mini GT, I'm going to move these other cars here. Let's take a look at how it compares to your basic $1 Hot Wheels. So here's your basic car. Got real thin panel lines on this, of course, because there's no opening features. You are missing some black trim on the side, which I suppose is, well, there's no way they could have done it really without using it as a tampo surface, because the bottom black trim is actually part of the base on this one. And of course you're going to get graphical headlights, and you get graphical taillights, and they look pretty good for a $1 model. This is a very nice little Hot Wheels, I must say. Scale wise, it's definitely a little bit smaller, notably shorter. Width wise, it is pretty much right on width wise. Looks a little bit different up front there. Both, for a $1 model, I'm going to say this is good. It's a good wheel choice for it for the $1 model. This doesn't disappoint me as far as picking this one up, for $1 at a Walmart or something, or a Target. So that's pretty neat. And then we got the Mini GT, though, and that is where, this is going to be my favorite. Obviously, I love Mini GT. I love what they're doing. So this should be 1/64 scale. So this one, you get all the details. Of course, you get all the trim. You get side mirrors that are rubberized, so they don't break off easy. You get all the graphical detail up front, including the inserts for headlights. Piece of plastic back there. And the taillights as well. Lamborghini Urus. You get some exhaust detail. You actually get a sunroof option on this one, or moonroof, or whatever it is appropriately called for that size hole in the roof. Not on these. I'm sure that's an option. Maybe they all come like that. I don't know. And of course you get proper Lamborghini wheels. Those are not going to be any sort of generic wheel, which is great. And then there's the added little silver trim right there. And it just looks great. It's an excellent job from Mini GT to do this beautiful looking Lambo SUV. Now, scale. We want to know scale. And it's so weird because when you look at this one, okay, and then you look at this one, you just want to say the Mini GT is bigger. It just seems to be bigger. It's not. It really isn't. It is the wheelbase. You put the wheelbase, the wheels right on. I mean, it is. All right, well, it's close anyway. So maybe it is just a touch bigger, even with this. Trailer hitch. With the trailer hitch, yeah. I mean, if you cut off the trailer hitch, these would be pretty darn close. And it is close. Width-wise, it is right on. It is just like exact. Let's see if I can get a better view of the height of the cars, or the length. Okay, so yeah, it is a bit shorter. The scale of the Majorette. Once you start tipping them on their nose here, they look really close side by side, though. But very, very cool. All right, so that's just neat. I wanted to show that casting in depth, and hope you guys did enjoy that. This is probably going to end up being kind of a long video, guys, so stay tuned. It should be a fun one, though, especially once we get to the Auto World stuff here. So we're going to go through some Matchbox real quick, and very, very quickly, we're going to go ahead and open up this super fast. I may have already shown this. I'm really slipping, guys, as far as when it comes to keeping track of what I have in my collection. I just am. It's gotten to the tipping point here where I just don't, if I don't have it written down or like logged in a spreadsheet, it's really difficult for me to know. Proud of myself for making it this long, but it is just, it's gotten a little difficult. All right. Wow. I don't think I have seen this because I would have opened this and been wowed by that. I didn't know that was going to be that detailed under there. That is actually very cool. Man, this is a really cool one. It's got Hot Wheels Real Riders on it, which you know some of these rubber-tired Matchbox have been sharing wheels with Hot Wheels, and that is, I have no problem with that. That is cool. Chevy C10. Let's see if we can get that to focus. It's hard to focus on the chrome there. 63 Chevy C10. Copyright date 2018. That gives you an idea of when the casting was created. This looks really fantastic. It really does. We don't get full deco. There's nothing on the back. That is a slight disappointment because this is a premium model. It's all blacked out up front too. And I think these things are $5 or whatever in the store. So I wish we got the full deco. And I don't know, maybe it's supposed to have full deco and mine's just missing it, but I mean, okay, I shouldn't complain because it's got all this detail, and I think this is why we sacrificed the front and the back, because it's got all the detail here in the bed. It's got like wood grain, which looks really cool, and then it's got that detail under the hood. So this is a stellar little Matchbox piece. I am pretty impressed with it, actually. If it had the front and the back, you know, I'd love it a little bit more, but yeah, I can't really complain. So that's really cool. That's a nice little surprise, actually. All right. Next is the truck series, and we'll just start with the Chevy. So we got the step-side pickup, definitely become a popular casting for Matchbox. There are 6 cars in this series. I could have done a separate video on them. Maybe I should have, but we're just going to go ahead and take a look at them here. We're going to kind of blow through them a little bit. Start with the ones I like, which is this stuff right here. Service at the garage center, the garage service center. You know, it's nice tooling. Tampas are all right. Graphics are all right. The color, not a huge fan of it. I wish it was a little bit more teal. Just, I don't know, something about this color bugs me. So Can't put my finger on it, but it does. This one I think is the best one in the set. This 1995 Nissan Hardbody D21. I love the color of this one, actually. I think it looks great. Card art, if you want to take a peek at that, looks good. So you'll find these at Walmart. They're popping up. It should be easy to find. It might be hard to find at first. You know, I don't know if anybody's going to be hoarding those step signs or not, but the Nissan truck, I think, is the best looking one. With this metallic blue paint, I think it's a cool paint job for this truck. I don't know if there's a bed variation. Someone let me know that in the comments. There might be different stuff in the beds. If there is, I'll probably go after it. Why not? It's fun to look for that kind of stuff. Copyright date 2019, so it's just pretty much a brand new casting. I think it debuted last year. And I think this is the best version of it that's come out so far. You guys can argue with me if you don't agree, but I think it is. And then the next one in the truck series is this 2008 Holden VE UTE SSV Ute. This thing's cool. It's a cool casting. It's been around, I think, for quite a while, actually. Probably mid-2000s. We'll find out in a moment. The color on this one, again, the Falcon livery, purple, I think looks really cool. And let's go ahead and open that up. So no front detail, of course, no back detail, because we got all this side graphic action going on. Copyright date 2017. So I guess it's not that old. I don't know why I thought this was older. Such a cool freaking car, man. This, I wouldn't mind owning one of these in real life. It just seems like a very useful vehicle. Throw some stuff in the back, don't have to care. Driving around, it looks cool. I don't know. To me, this is just cool. So I like it. Wheel choice is great. Color's great. Graphics look good. You know, of course, we could use more detail, but these are dollar models, and this is what you're going to get with a dollar model. So, not a problem. All right. The next ones, we're going to go through real quick. But we got Subaru Sambar truck. This casting's cute. It's been around for a little while now. Maybe a couple years. This one's got Sriracha livery, which is cool. Yeah, hot sauce, green. It's supposed to look like a chili pepper. Or I guess like a bottle of Sriracha, really. Rooster sauce, right? Is that what that is? I am not a hot sauce fanatic, but I do like some spicy food every once in a while. Sriracha is really not my hot sauce of choice, though. I mean, it's cool, though. It's a cool little truck. Next is the 35 Ford pickup. This one's just coming out of the blister. Ford genuine parts. It's kind of a cool thing. I don't know if I have any of these in my collection yet. It's a fairly newer casting. I might have bought one. I don't know. I think it's come out in a couple different variations. It doesn't really do much for me, but it is kind of cool. And then lastly, the 2016 Chevy Colorado Extreme. And let's open up that. Nice color orange. This is a much better color orange than that Majorette Jeep that we looked at earlier. The casting, though, it does nothing for me. It really doesn't. It's cool for a Matchbox, whatever. It's got headlights. It's got taillight detail, and that's, you know, a good thing. But it's just not something I'm super into. So, all right, move it aside. And what should we do first? I think we should look at these ironclad promos first before we get into the True LE discussion. True LE discussion should be fun too, but let's go ahead and take a look at these first. So the Auto World Deluxe line, if you're not familiar with it, it came out is one of the first. Auto World used to be sold basically like in 3 tiers. The Deluxe line was the most basic. Then we had the premium line, and then we had the licensed premium line. Really, and then we had True LE as well. But I think True LE came out before these 3 other lines. Anyway, the Deluxe line is pretty basic. It's got metal body, plastic base. Only 2 different wheel types were used. They only were released in 3 different series, and then they were used in some gallery showcase. They had some, which were the little display cases. They came as exclusive cars. And then they also had some hobby exclusive releases. And what am I missing? A Toy Fair release. They've been in, I think, another promo before. One Cornwell or Cromwell, something tools. I don't have it. Anyway, they've had a few random releases. Also, there's been some that have been companion to 1/18 scales that have come out that are that too. So anyway, we can get into the weeds on this, but the big deal is these aren't really used anymore. Some of the toolings are going to get used in Johnny Lightning actually, and given rubber wheels and a metal base. So that should be interesting to see what that ends up looking like. Packaging wise, we should probably take a look around it real quick. Ironclad performance wear. These are available on Ironclad's website, which probably is listed, I would imagine, somewhere here. There you go. And some legal stuff. Auto World logo. So these are promo pieces. So if you are a company and you want to get some cars made, I think you can do this. Don't know how much it costs, obviously, but it's probably expensive, I would assume. But these deluxe models would be kind of the way to go. All right. So the first one we get is the GTO. And here she is. It's produced in 2019. That's interesting. October of 2019. So these must have been around, actually, for a little while. Or maybe they just took a long time to actually come on sale. But this GTO casting is cool. It's one of my faves from the Deluxe line. I have another example of it right here, just looking plain. Really cool. We can look at tooling numbers on these two if we wish. 164006, which gives you an idea. The tooling number. And the tooling numbers are consecutive, including all 3 lines. So there is no 006 as far as I know for the premium series. I think I'm right in saying that. And that's based on memory. This one was produced in 2013. So it looks like it retains all the details of the other releases. And there's no opening parts on any of these. Again, plastic base, plastic tires. And I guess the only real difference, this is a yellow one with the ironclad livery. And it doesn't look too bad. Normally I'm not a fan of this type of thing, you know, having company logos and stuff on the side. But it's Auto World, and, you know, I'm a bit of an Auto World completionist, so had to get these. So if you want me to buy something from your company, I guess you definitely just put some Auto World exclusives out, and I'll have to. All right, the next one we're going to look at is the Corvette, and this one is pretty nifty as well. Again, it's kind of a reverse color scheme. Black is the main color, yellow is the graphics. Go ahead and open these up. These are not like sealed by any means. And I should also mention that I don't believe there are any chase vehicles. Very good. Looks good. I guess I really don't need to put this back. Alright, so here's an example of it as released in the Deluxe line. It's cream color. So you can kind of see they maintained that same graphic there on the front. Corvette logo on the back. All the same little details, except for you get this ironclad logo and stuff on the side. So it looks pretty good. And these are solid little vehicles. I mean, if you ever had one of these Deluxe lines in your hand, they are plastic based, but they don't like feel chintzy and light. They actually feel very, very solid. And I actually liked this line. Now, I'm kind of glad they're sticking more into just premium and not worrying about making new toolings for this line. But it'd be cool also just to see these get converted over into a premium. But I think that would be beyond what they'd really be able to do, because they'd have to make it an opening hood feature, all that jazz. So I think that's why they're going to end up being Johnny Lightnings. At least some of them are. This next one, Kong, the El Camino in orange. This one's actually taped together. Yeah. The other ones were not. This one is. So we're just going to give that a little slice. Open it. Destroy the, well, really destroy the packaging. I don't think that was possible not to. All right. In there that is. So this one's a bit wild. Kong livery. That must be some sort of glove. I don't know. These looks all right. This is an example without crazy ironclad livery or whatever on it. And this nice little maroon color. Looks good. Pretty decent. And then, of course, here it is in this. Kind of ugly. You're getting a hint that I'm not a huge fan of orange cars. I mean, there are some cars, I guess, it looks cool in, like Lamborghinis and stuff. There are some oranges that look neat, but... but yeah. It's all right. All right, and then my favorite of the group is going to be undoubtedly... Well, this one's sealed, too. The Dodge Viper. I'm going to see if I can get that open here off camera. This is the one I bought an extra one of because I love this little tooling. I think it's excellent looking tooling. But here that is. And I think this looks the sharpest of all of them. This looks good with like a full wrap graphic. That looks really cool, actually. I really like this one. This shows the other wheel tooling that they had for this line, which is those basic wheels. And I like this one. Again, detail. You get headlights and details. Headlight details, taillight details, just silver on the fronts. Nothing major, but yeah. Here is an example of it here with without that. You get a little bit of added detail with this without it being that it's not painted matte black, because you get to see the black little vents in the hood there, you know, black detail up there, in the back there, where on this one you don't get to see it. It's probably why they made this car black, was to save on some of that. This is awesome. A lot of people will list this car as an Ultra Red, by the way, on eBay, so watch out. The Ultra Red is not this. The Ultra Red is like this, but it has a white stripe across the hood. It has some white accents, and I think actually across the whole roof as well. I should have just grabbed it and shown that one, but I didn't. I apologize, but there you go. So there you go. That was kind of interesting, this ironclad stuff. Just weird and interesting for Auto World. So it's time to get into True Limited Edition. So Auto World True Limited Edition. What's the deal with it? Well, let's just read about it together. And here you go. We're thrilled to revolutionize the industry by redefining the standard for limited edition diecast. True limited edition is an entirely new concept in diecast collecting. Once the production run is final, the tool is destroyed. For added authenticity, we've even included shavings from the actual tool that cast these vehicles in each package. Like no diecast brand before, there will always be a finite number of vehicles forever. We will never make more. Thomas Lowe, president of Auto World. All right, so it's one production run of 4 different colors, and that's what we're going to look at. 5,000, 3,000, and 1,500. So, pretty neat, right? The packaging is extremely elaborate. Big, large. I don't know what these things retail for. I think like $20. And I think you could find them at Toys R Us. Some of them, anyway. So the silver one is limited to 3,000 pieces. So that was available through hobby retailers. And I believe it was, I think, available at Toys R Us, maybe. And if not, it might have also just been, you know, random, like, hobby dealers. That's possible. I'm not really sure on that. But we're going to go ahead and open it up. I'll show you. I think the easiest way to get this open is from the bottom. And so you got an outer kind of protective box, and actually that did have some stickerage on the top that was holding it in. And then we got this inner box, and I think actually for this we do need to open it maybe from the side is the way to do it. So pull this out. I am going to leave this pretty much intact, this box. I will save the box. So yeah, we got those annoying things down there. The easiest way to get rid of those is to just hack them off with a little wire nip. And hopefully that'll be easy without destroying the box. It's kind of hard to do it because I got the camera sitting right in front of me. I don't feel like cutting again, so I have to deal with it. Alright, so here's the box. I don't think I destroyed it. We'll put it together later. Here is the tooling shavings. It comes in this little plastic thing that's within this plastic. I'm not going to cut this open right now, but there you go. You can see that. Each one of these cars had little shavings of tooling in there when they destroyed it. Kind of a gimmick, but kind of a cool gimmick. But really, more importantly, it doesn't really matter about the gimmick. The toolings themselves, or the tooling itself, because they only did come out with one that actually got released as this. There were others that were slated to become it. There was a Corvette, there was a Camaro. Those two ended up getting released in the standard premium line. This is going to be a bit of a challenge. Got her. Come on, buddy. This thing rides so low. Oop, I pulled a tire off. That's no good. Trying to be somewhat careful here. There we go. Oh. And this, I'm telling you, is why this is the worst packaging. I hate when they do this. I just do not like it. I gotta fix this tire. Oh, man, what a nightmare. And I know probably the majority of people aren't going to be opening these. The other thing about these, though, is they really don't roll. This one doesn't, anyway. And if you notice these, and I've said this before, I think, but if you notice, the wheels might look a little familiar to you. Give you a second. What do you think those are from? Might be more obvious on a different color. Yeah, it's going to be more obvious on a different color. I'll let you think on that for a second. But this is... You probably know already, but this is the one that is limited right to 3,000 pieces. And it's pretty cool. And I do have it in silver, but the Toy Fair version. I have no idea what this is actually limited to. We can use this one to take a look around the casting. We got inserted details for headlights, inserted detail for the taillights, some detailed exhausts. It's detailed on the bottom. It's really nice looking. I mean, it's a really nice looking casting. This one rolls a bit better. It's that front axle that really doesn't roll. And then, of course, you know, opening hood and detail underneath there. So, very, very good from a detail standpoint and the amount of detail that's in this Challenger. Really darn cool. So, that's the one that's 3,000. The one that's most limited is this one right here, which is 1,500 pieces, and that's this one in orange. This one does... No, it doesn't. I was going to say it does roll, but it really doesn't. So this one is pretty sweet. I really do like it in this color. It does look good. This one's a tough one to get, being only 1,500 pieces, and I believe this one was only sold at AutoWorldStore.com. And so it's one of those ones. It's going to be tough to get a hold of now. So good luck finding the orange one. If I ever see one again and it's not expensive, I will pick up another one just because they're that uncommon really to come by. The silver one was really kind of difficult to come by at a decent price either, because people do tend to want a premium for these cars, especially nowadays that they've been out for so long, and they're kind of tough to come by to begin with. So that's cool. And then this black one, here's where you might be able to tell where the wheels are from because they're not blacked out. And unfortunately, can you tell what they're from? Can you? Can you? I'll be right back. Well, why not grab the Surplus Goodies exclusive here too? But the wheels are from, well, the wheels are actually from the True LE, obviously, because it came out first, but they've been used in the lowered custom square body Chevys. So there you go. The odd thing about that, and I don't know why though, because these are the same depth. The deep dish one in the back looks really cool. I wonder if they ever put that wheel on the square body. They should sometime. I think it's a thicker tire though. Maybe it wouldn't work well. But this is just super, super cool. So here it is in black. That one's limited to 5,000 pieces. And then lastly, we got my favorite one, the white one. It looks just great in white with black accents. This thing just looks fantastic. I posted some pictures of this one on my Instagram a few months ago, a couple months ago maybe. This one actually rolls the best, and it just looks good. Super cool. All right, and that's going to be it for this video. So we have a long second half here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you did last this long, I really do appreciate it. But yeah, I'm happy with checking this regular silver one off the list. I can finally put this casting to bed. With the exception of, if you Google, there is a weird thing I think going on with the Toy Fair model of some sort of chase. I don't know if that's really exists or not, but it looks like this black one with like gold rims. And I don't know if that's legit or not. If someone could confirm or deny that, I would appreciate it. But if you Google image search this, there's a weird one that comes up with black and like a gold rim. So if someone can, that's the only picture I've ever seen of it, so I don't know if it's real or what. Or what if it's a prototype or something else is going on with it. So, but very happy to check this off the list. Very happy to get some other weird Auto World. You know, that's fun too. And then the other stuff, you know, hopefully you enjoyed that. The Urus discussion was kind of fun. So that's going to be it. All right. I've held you long enough. Thank you guys very much for watching my videos. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next one.